Rose.
Yes, Kadersky.
So for the people who don't know you, please introduce yourself.
Man, shit, my name is Dr. Jerry Rosenberg, man, out of Dallas, Texas, man, by way of Oak Cliff. You feel me?
Nah, for sure. For the people who don't know what it is that you do, please explain to them what it is that you do.
Man, I say I'm an artist from God.
Okay.
And I truly mean by artist is that, man, he give us the ability to create. And with that, man, I just try to do everything, man, with passion. So, man, I'm a dentist. I'm recognized as a dentist, man. But other than that, man, it's so much to me that people don't even know, man. So many layers, man, that I keep reserved, man. But shit, it is what it is, man.
Okay, so what I have noticed about you over the years of me knowing who you are a dentist, and
Yeah.
you aren't the typical dentist that the white coat, the standard for what everybody may believe what a dentist is.
Yeah.
Why is it that, I'm not gonna say why is it, explain to the people why is it that you exude your art?
I just think we grew up in an era where the dentists were the majority.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So when they saw me I came out of, I came in the era where, it was a lot of popularity on Facebook and Instagram, and that started blowing up, and we was able to see the world. We was able to see what's out there. So I came in an era where I was one of the first to be out there as what I do and what I present and what I represent. I always tell people I'm representation for black people.
Okay.
At the end of the day, we over the top, we expressive, we know how to show our emotions and passion at the same time. We put our heart in what we do. So that's what I speak for. Whatever we do with quality, and we put a lot of love in it. You know what I mean?
For sure.
So that's what they saw. They didn't see the typical dentist because there wasn't a typical dentist to see.
Yeah.
Most people go around and see only white dentists because at the time growing up, our parents weren't dentists. Our ancestors wasn't dentists. We cut hair, which is an extension of dentistry, but we weren't dentists. So every dentist we went to was either Medicaid or specialists when we had to go see. We had to put us under type stuff. So I was one of those first representations that was out in the public where the world was able to see on Instagram. You know what I mean?
For sure.
And that's where they saw that it was a lot more layers to just normal dentistry, that we were actual people. We were actually people that love so many things other than the field or career that we put in, because most dentists that's black, we get in because we need a job, and most our OGs say, man, go get a job, man, go, you know what I mean? You know how it is.
Yeah.
And so, man, my cousin, so
yeah.
It just put in that thing where, I was pushed, I wouldn't say pushed, but God led me to a field to where, hey, I need you in this pillar to be representation.
Most definitely. Have you received any backlash for the way that you represent dentists?
Most backlash came from my people.
Seriously?
Yeah, it's not even in a bad way, because the standard box would say, be like this, because not out of jealousy, I believe, but out of fear that you represent us in a way to where everything you work for get taken away.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it wasn't like, I always say, it wasn't like, man, yeah, people say, man, haters and all that stuff. I always felt like it was just fear-based of, hey, you in this. But I also took it as like a way to say, hey, not to try to, prove you right or wrong, but you still live in my covenant. You know what I mean?
Okay.
God always say, don't trespass, as we forgive those who trespass against us. So in that whole saying is, I'm always operate in my lane and what I'm gifted and what my purpose is. If I ever step inside your lane, forgive me for being inside your lane, brother. But at the end of the day, I'm always operating what my purpose is.
Most
and if
definitely.
my purpose is to spread love, show light, and show how God works through humans and vessels, that is my ultimate objective.
And what part of Dallas are you from?
From Oak Cliff.
Okay, so growing up in Oak Cliff, I don't know many dentists that are from Oak Cliff.
Right.
Who inspired you to select the field of dentistry?
I mean, I would say it's God led. I used to pray for mentors.
Okay.
Like, I used to sit down and be like, because where you going, where I'm going, and God said you got to pay ways, which means your trials and tribulations, your thorns you learned from your lessons in the past, gonna be your greatest mentor.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's what's really gonna guide you, because where you're going, you're right. You don't see dentists from Oak Cliff. You don't see dentists. Period. I heard about Dr. Ash and a lot of other people, but was I interested in that? Man, my family different.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't talk about it, but my family different.
For sure.
So it's like one of the things where I saw hustle from different aspects. and I was just motivated to be different in the aspect because I didn't want to go to jail.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I knew what it took to go to jail.
Cause you seen it.
Yeah, I seen it. Yeah. I seen it. I knew what it took to get killed. I saw so many ways to what not to do, but in a whole mind frame of my subconscious, you still walk with their survival mechanisms in whatever you do, where you carry from that place. You know what I mean? So even in dentistry, I operated in survival mechanism.
Yeah.
You know, because not the hate is what drove me, but it was the point to where you get in this thing of trying to show our people that you can be outside the box and still be in a covenant.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? To where they think outside the box is in a different lane. You know, where even when I was doing music, I operated with expression. You know, people like, why you rap? I was like, I don't rap, I express. Right? If you listen to my music, you see stories about my life.
Exactly.
Not stepping to people. Even when I was going through dark phases of my life, it is true stories about my life at some point. You know, and that's what I always say, you know what, that is a testimony. You know, you're going to get tested every goddamn day you wake up. That's why you ask God for your daily breads.
Yeah.
You ask him for it and say, I'm not going to give you more than you can handle at the end of the day. And I take that with a heart, and I don't take it lightly at the end of the day. So, you know, my motivation, shit with hood niggas.
Yeah.
Having it. You know what I mean? Because that's what I saw, what having it look like. The OGs would come back and give things that I saw as hope, you know, and give happiness to people that was less fortunate. Yes, it came from circumstances where it was actually killing our neighborhood too as well. But that's what I saw what was driving me at some point.
For sure.
You know what I mean?
Okay, so now we live in a day and age now where everyone's talking about generational wealth, getting your family out of poverty, being the one breaking the generational curse. What advice would you give someone growing up in the hood, Oak Cliff, Pleasant Grove, Dallas? What advice would you give them when they're going against their family, the traditional way that they see their family get money? Like you said, you seen the hustle from the OGs. They was giving back. You know, we seen it.
You know, it's crazy
in that way.
I tell them, just think the opposite. No, I literally tell them, what you love, what's your passion, bro? Oh shit, I love racing cars. All right, let's put a brand to it. How we do that? All right, we're gonna call it such and such racing. And do that, we're gonna put a logo on it, and in that we're gonna brand it in a certain way. And you're gonna literally go in there, and when they see you, you're gonna get in front of the camera, you're gonna be articulate, and you're gonna be a spokesman because you're good at selling, you're good at negotiating. Let's do it this way. And I don't think it happened.
Yeah.
Because all they know is what they know.
Exactly.
Right? But it takes the whole mind frame of, you could do the same thing you've been doing, but just be clean with it.
Exactly. And I tell people, you know, we are subjected to like weed, crack, cocaine. That's what we see. We know who buy it. We know who do it.
Yeah.
But if you build you got to get your clientele up. But if you build a brand,
yeah,
and if you do the same, you put the same effort and time and getting those contacts and getting those relationships and building your brand.
Yeah. Your
brand can be a trap, just like the crack house, just like the weed house, just like the pill house.
And then you say, all right, cool. Now take it from trap to that survival mechanism trap to thriving, to sit back and trust. Right, that is going to happen because it's the longer way. It's going to take, you got to play the game, right? The game of put this in here and get this over here and get it moving and take your time. And they say go to banks and banks get a line of credit and all those things, right? But that takes a building up and showing character, right? You know, we live in a society where we want it now, which means you don't have the character being built over time.
Most definitely.
You know,
and when the family, because of what I'm realizing about a lot of people, including myself, when we're breaking these generational curses, it seems like the family is just like, come here, trying to pull you back down to what they're comfortable with knowing you to be.
Yeah.
And so what advice would you give to someone that's dealing with that type of circumstance?
You gotta show them. Like, you know what I mean? Like, man, listen, I don't, like, once again, I don't think they're hating. I think they're fearing different. Like, it is, this world is cruel as fuck, man.
Yeah.
Like, if you look around every corner, there's something going on, right? And that is why it's so important to bring heaven on earth, right? Because when you live in a mind frame that heaven is on earth, you know that I am a descendant from earth. I am foreigner to this country. I always say I'm a foreigner, bro. I ain't from here. People like, oh man, nah, I'm a foreigner, bro.
Yeah.
I'm from heaven, bro.
For sure.
I know where I'm from, which means I come here to shed light and let people know how God works. And when I let them know how it works, it is my ability to share because He blessed me with things that I don't own at the end of the day. I don't own these things. He owned it. He gave me the chance to share it. So if I have the chance to share it, I share it. Whether he gives me in healthcare, whether he gives me the ability to talk my testimony and say, hey, dude, I know what it feel like to go try to prove a pump, but you get shot doing that shit, nigga.
Yeah, for
like,
sure.
You know what I'm saying? So whether it's talking to the youth about anything, I am a vessel to say, hey, there's a thorn in my side because the devil put it there. But if I focus on the thorn, I'm forgetting about the purpose that I'm living in. You know?
Yeah. For sure.
So it is just fear because people fear not coming back. You know, some of these things people don't come back from. You know, people don't come back from bankruptcy.
Yeah.
People don't come back from being shot multiple times. People don't come back from a lot of things that they leap on faith.
Yeah.
You know, but then it becomes, I gotta change my surrounding.
Yeah.
You know? So it becomes a lot of things that people just, you know, it takes roadmaps.
Yeah.
But we never had the roadmap. You know, so you can't fault someone for having a mental block. Because they only gonna know what they know.
Yeah.
And they don't know what they don't know.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They didn't see it. So once again, when I was praying for a mentor, it's like, where you going? No one's really been there. You know?
Yeah.
So it's like you gotta just learn from the lessons in your past and use everyone that comes in your life as a guide. Everyone that comes in my life is a guide to get me where God ultimately want me to be. And that I should perish.
Yeah.
Right? Once I am expired from his purpose, it's done. You know?
Yeah.
So I think that's the fear of leaving this earth.
Most
When
definitely.
you know you're a foreigner to here, it's not a fear because you already sacrificed. Which means I go everywhere you want me to go because I know you got it. And if anything happened to me going somewhere because I stepped outside my covenant, I wasn't patient, or my purpose was done.
For sure. Since becoming a dentist, I seen that you did a few celebrity clients, a lot of celebrity clients.
Yeah.
Who have you had the pleasure? Let's just name a few off the top of your head. Who's the biggest celebrity client who had the most influence on you as a person?
Me as a person,
They could have said something that stuck with you that you still use to this day, some advice or anything.
I mean, I've done so many people's teeth, right?
Yeah, you
Someone,
wrote.
like, so it's like, you know, I'm gonna say not even celebrities, because I get good and bad like attitudes, like, you know, like I get love from all of them, but I would say who stick with me the most are the ones who really need it, right? And the ones who went through years of trauma, being abused, getting teeth knocked out, growing up with systemic diseases, just, you know, seeing a difference in their light change. You know, I always tell people, man, teeth change your life, bro. It gives you a different light. It gives you the ability to smile fully. Some people smile with their mouth, hand on their mouth,
Yeah.
right? You know what they look like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
From the hood, and you see somebody laugh with their hand on their mouth, oh, that shit fucked up. You know what I'm saying? But they give you that patience and knowing going through the process. You know, the process is like you really got to go through it. So, man, all my patients celebrities to me, bro, because I put my heart into all of them. Like,
Most definitely.
pray for them, like all that shit. So it's like, even if I tell you some stuff that move on me through the spirit, and you may not like you respect because you know, like it's coming from a place of love.
Yeah.
Like if the Holy Spirit moved me to say this, I'm only saying it because it resonated in my body and it went down the spine of my back, and I gotta tell you this, dog.
Yeah.
You know, it's my job to tell you this. If I don't do it and something happened, it was because I didn't tell you.
Most definitely.
You know,
How does it feel to change people's lives on a day-to-day basis?
I don't do it as God. Like I always say, like I can't take credit for it, man, because I pray in my head when I'm working on people.
For sure.
You know what I mean? Like that's God doing this, man. You may see me just being sharing this to y'all, but now what I do is I do practice. I do study. I go hard at it, but I give all glory to Him at the end of the day, because that's the one who's transitioning this person from where you found me for a reason. I don't know how you found me or how you get here or what led you to this community, but God felt like I was the person to take care of you in this community. And when you do come here, it's my job to either tell you what I need to tell you, as in passing, you know, or work on you. But it's my job to say this or whatever I say to them. Because I done met people like, I knew I was going to meet you. Tell them first, I knew I was going to meet you. You know, I knew I was going to meet you. All
Yeah.
the time, and I knew you was coming.
Yeah, for sure. And when it comes to the music, your single right now, Moving, man, let's say 350K on YouTube. I listen to it on a day-to-day basis. I'm not gonna lie to you, man. You really talking some good positive stuff in that song. What mindset were you in whenever you wrote that song?
Which song?
Right now.
That was a collaborative effort, bro.
Yeah.
I can't even tell you, like, I can't even lie. I was in the studio with so many people that day, and that, man, listen, I couldn't even lay that song down on the track.
Yeah.
Right? Like, literally, and listen, they always say your best song is the ones you don't give a damn about. Right? Literally. People like, man, I love right now. I'm like, man, shit, it took so many collaborative efforts in that damn studio.
Yeah.
Like, like I'll be the first one. I had a team.
Yeah.
You know, when it come from me, you know it come from me.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I mean? But when it come from a team effort, we're like, man, you should do this way, just like, ah, man. And that's when I realized, like, man, you got to know what leading you.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, you still can put out some dope art, whether it's your form of art, whether it's this form, like whether you reading something that someone else did it or what you did for yourself, you'll be able to create. But what's more important is you got to know how you create and what's the process of doing it. So, like, I always give credit to my team that linked me with so many people that written for me and actually people that actually have, like, produce. Like, man, listen, I got so many producers that do soundtracks for me, that, what they say, make beats.
Yeah.
And so, like, they're producers. I call it producers, like, production. If you say one word on my song, I'm giving you credit.
For sure.
Like, that's the type of person to me. Like, literally, if you come in and do an ad-lib for me, I'm one of them type of person. Oh, you did an ad-lib, boom, put his name down for credit. One day it may take off. You know?
Yeah, for sure.
Literally. So that's how I am. So in that song right there, at the time, my manager, she was like, man, this song hard. I was like, oh.
Yeah.
People, like, me, I even sleep on myself. People like, why you produce push music hard? Like, man, shit, man, listen. That's what phase I'm in life.
Yeah.
When I go through some more shit, I write it down and I spit it out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If I'm not in that phase, I don't go that way.
For sure. Speaking of teamwork, name some factors of how important teamwork is when it comes to just general life. I mean, I heard you just say you had a collaborative effort on the track right now, whatever. But when it comes to your art and what you do every day, what is the importance of having the proper team?
You know that patience means so fucking much, right? Because you don't put people in your life. God do. Because if you rush, you'll meet so many motherfuckers that'll take advantage of your talent. You feel me?
Yeah.
Right? So when I always say the importance of a team is because you living, right? You just so eager to do what you do. But you come across these people who just money hungry, right? And that's when they always tell you money has no energy, right? People like, oh, money is negative, this and that. Not money just has no energy because they attract good and bad people, right? Yeah. And then your discernment from those decisions is what lets you know how to move forward, your lessons or your thorns in your side, right? Your discernment level builds stronger as you meet more people in life. So team is needed because you got to find people that's going to make your ideals leap. Right, friends make ideals leap. They push it forward and they give it wheels, and some of it might be the engine, and somebody may be the steering wheel. I always say, nah, man, listen, I am just a vessel. I play my part. My part is a spokesman and this, the energetic person out here, but I can't do everything by my damn self. I'm having an interview right now. I have 2 doctors in there working.
Yeah.
You know, but this was needed at the time. This was needed to meet you. And not even this camera, right? Not even the camera. Meet you.
Yeah.
You know, so it's like. And that's the thing, right? That hood people don't get, right? You selling a low value product, right? To stuff that's not helping people. To motherfuckers that will kill you for it. Now think about it. Now think about that feedback loop. You're not helping shit. You're in a numb process now. I got a low value product, really low value, that's going to hurt people, right? Numb their pain, to people that don't have an education, that is in pain their damn self, and thinking money going to change, and if they don't get it, like they think they going to get it, they hurt themselves or hurt you. So that feedback loop is so goddamn negative, it keeps you in that place of survival mode. Always looking over your shoulder because you can't trust nobody around you. Right?
Yeah.
but that's the team you invested in.
Yeah.
So, the importance of your team is building up another. Loyalty is real, but don't be money driven. Be purpose driven. Because if you walk in your covenant and I walk in my covenant, I'll share my life. I will not trespass on you. And you will not trespass on me, because you're just guiding each other to where we need to be in our purpose. See the whole point about not trespassing on others as you forgive those who trespass against you?
Yes.
People are like, oh, it's hard. No. Bible have all the principles. Right? Talks about stories of how everyone is being able to be used in different type scenarios for the kingdom. Alright? And it took a team.
Yeah. So what's next for Dr. Rose?
Shit, I don't know. God be leading me now. I used to can tell a story of how I was going to do this, do that, and all that shit. But at the end of the day, man, when you sit back and say, oh, this shit way bigger than me, because when you have those visions and you say, I'm gonna put God in front for it now. You know, He's always been there, but I went through so much in my life to feel it. Had to feel me. He said, I gotta let you feel me. You know, I gotta let you feel me. So then it'd be like, alright, I'm gonna try this motherfucker then.
Yeah.
Like, go ahead, man. Listen, I wake up every day, meditate, pray, come to work. I look forward to coming to work. You know, this is my passion. It's something I look forward to. There's people out there that I do look at. They say I always find something to chase. You know, but I also know your foundation too as well. You know, what's your driving factors? Money's not my driving factor. Yes, I need resources to produce, but I wait till it come my way. I used to be out there so headstrong, but knowing it's gonna happen, to where I was taking my gifts into arenas and portals that should never been. You know. Yeah.
And where can the people find you on social media?
And Dr. Rose, I live. You know, Manifest Your Smile. Aesthetic Apparel. I know we do have a lot of stuff coming out, and you know, with purpose and meaning to it.
And if you had 60 seconds to speak to anybody, dead or alive, who would it be, and what would the conversation consist of?
Man, I know. I would say nobody, bro.
Okay. And what was the reason? What's your reason for not speaking to nobody?
You may find out some answers you don't want to know.
That's the realest answer I've never heard. I don't ask that question 50 times, maybe more than that. I'm sure more than that. But that's the realest answer I've ever heard.
You don't want to know everything, dog. Shit'll scare you. Like, your purpose is so big, it'll scare you if you knew it. If He gave it all to you right now, you won't know what to do with it. I'm seeing this talking to you.
Yeah.
So it's like, you want to know the day you'll die. Ask God, He'll tell you.
Yeah.
Are you ready for that?
For sure. That's deep.
You know?
Yeah.
So, no, man. Everybody that came my way, I know it was for a purpose. It was for either to give ideas or to share experience with that He gave me discernment in my life. So, shit, I'm good where I'm at. My daddy talked to me all the time. I pray for dreams. I pray for signs of my sister come. You know, pray for healing. So, shit, blessed out.